Are you still being excessively triggered by your twin flame? Is their behaviour upsetting you and making you angry? Well, this is the thing. Our triggers are our biggest guides, and we have to learn to be grateful for them because they're actually guiding you home. My name is Cleary. I'm a feminine empowerment coach. I specialise in healing after narcissistic abuse, and I also offer twin flame and spiritual guidance. This is the thing. We blame our twin flame. We blame everything external, and we're angry with them. And it's like, oh my God, why are you doing this? Why are you not doing this? And it's all external. It's like, oh, I fucking hate you. No. These are the thing. This is the thing. Your triggers are yours. Like, your twin flame is your mirror soul. So they're effectively putting a mirror up to you and saying, this is what you need to heal. And this was pre-orchestrated. You asked your twin flame to do this. You asked them to behave like this. Your soul asked them to trigger you. And their soul asked you to trigger them. And like, you're going to be excessively triggered on this journey because your triggers are showing you what's inside. We suppress all our emotions. We suppress all our fears. We suppress all our trauma. We suppress everything we've been through. And it's only in coming into connection with our twin flame that we're really shown what we need to heal. You know what I mean? Like, we're constantly unaware of our feelings, unaware of what our triggers really are showing us. But we're not, like, we constantly go through our whole life angry, bitter, resentful, and blaming other people or situations for why we're upset. This is not it. You're only going to get upset. You can only be affected by somebody else's behavior based on your own level of wounding. It's that simple. You know what I mean? It's only what's inside you. I'll give you a simple example of a trigger. Like, if I stub my toe and I'm going through a major healing cycle, I'm gonna be fucking angry and just fucking end of the world energy. Whereas if I'm not going through a healing cycle and I'm in actually good energy, I stub my toe and I laugh. I'm like, fucking hell, that was silly. Do you know what I mean? I won't actually be aggressive. And that's the thing is, it's what's within me. Because it's funny, if I'm going through, like, I can be at complete zen and complete peace when I have my healing cycle done. Then I go through another healing cycle and everything pisses me off. Everything, because the buttons on my phone, the people on the movie I'm watching, my dog, my cat, everything is just so fucking But when I'm actually in good mood, and when I've actually done some purging and I've done some healing, these same things don't trigger me. The same can go with my twin flame. Like, at the start of our journey, it was like, everything he did was all about me. It was like, he doesn't like me. It's my unworthiness. Oh my God. It was like, what did I do wrong? But this is showing me my unworthiness wound. It's showing me what I needed to heal. So, like, I'm further along on my journey and I'm in surrender mode. So his behavior doesn't affect me as much. It doesn't affect me as much as it did. But don't get me wrong. Like, I was shouting my twin flame so loudly on the 5G, to get this stuff out. But I know that I'm not shouting at him because of his behavior. I'm shouting at him because of how his behavior makes me feel. And why does his behavior make me feel a certain way? Because of my wounding. You know what I mean? If you're in that surrender, high vibrational sovereign state, where you're a fucking unicorn and that their behavior is not a reflection of you, then whatever they do or don't do, you accept. You understand it. You can say, he's doing this because he's overwhelmed. He's doing this because he's going through a little bit of healing as well, because you're both going through healing cycles. And then, you'll realize as well through the separation, because you're triggered, that you have stuff to heal as well. Because we go through this. We're on this heightened energy of like, I just saw them or I just heard from them and it's like, everything's going to be okay. And you're in this high energy and you're like, yay, I'm healed. You're not fucking healed. Because then when you come down off that high, you're triggered as fuck. Because there's a little bit of a delay. There's like, why are they still not getting back to me? What the fuck is going on? What did I do wrong? All of the shit comes back up. But why is it coming back up? Because it's still there. We're healing in layers. So every time you're triggered, you're triggering another layer. You're triggering something that's already within you. And if you heal that, their behavior won't trigger you. It's that simple. We keep asking, will I ever not be triggered? Yeah, you'll eventually not be triggered, or you'll eventually be able to handle your triggers. But you have to get to a stage where everybody, like, even if it's not your twin flame, even if it's just the external world, we're always blaming everyone else for our shit. It is our shit. It's our shit that we need to heal. So you have to ask yourself this: what is this trying to show me? If you're getting angry about something, Ask yourself where the wound is. What is this showing me? Where is this coming from? What wound is this opening? What wound is this trying to release? And oftentimes it comes back to our unworthiness wound, our feeling of not being good enough. And we have to address that. Like, your twin flame's behavior is not the reason you're upset. The reason you're upset is because how you were treated in the past. Your childhood trauma, your past relationship trauma. This is the thing. You know what I mean? We keep comparing our twin flame to our exes. Oh my God, your twin flame is not your ex. They're not. It was pre-orchestrated for them to trigger you, but they're not doing the same things your exes did. Your exes were fucking toxic. They were horrible, abusive people. Your childhood was traumatic. This is why you're triggered. You're not triggered because of the behavior. You're triggered because of your past. And this is why we have to start being grateful for our triggers instead of being angry with our twin flame or angry with the external situation. Why are you being triggered? Why are you being triggered? What's within you? I still go through my triggers. Do you know what I mean? I still shout at my twin flame on the 5D. I don't do that on the 3D because I know that's fucking ridiculous. Do you know what I mean? Because I know these are my shit. It's my shit, like. So I will shout at him on the 5D, and then I'll come back down to earth and I'll be like, why was I so upset? It's because of my wounds. It's not because of his behavior. It's because of how I feel about myself, and how I feel about my past relationships. I think one of our biggest fears going forward, because we've been single for such a long time, we've been trying to heal those wounds from our past relationships. We're afraid that we're wrong. We're afraid that we're going to go into another traumatic situation. We're afraid that we're going to be treated fucked up again. I know some of our twins' behavior isn't good behavior, but we've asked them to give us that shitty behavior in order for us to heal. And that shitty behavior is never going to be as toxic, or it's never going to be abusive like the stuff that you went through before. It's just a triggering behavior. And it's triggering you based on your level of wounding. This is a fact. You cannot be hurt by other people's actions if you heal your wounds. And that is it. It's all about you. What is this uncovering within you? What is this making you feel within yourself? These are the questions you need to ask. Once we stop blaming, once we stop looking externally for the answers, once we think that our triggers are going to go away if they start to act nice. No, because something is going to trigger us. And I think this is hilarious, right? We have those wounds within us. So like that unworthiness wound, that jealousy wound, all of those wounds are there from the past, okay? That's all boils down to our insecurity and how we feel about ourselves. And just for example, we have no external proof to prove that what we're thinking is real. We're going to have to be triggered somehow. And sometimes it's our own fucking thoughts. It's not even our twins' behavior. It's our own thoughts. We're great storytellers. We really are. We're sitting there, we're wondering, and we see something. We might see a picture. We might even see a picture of our twin flame. For me, example, I saw pictures of my twin on online. And he's not with anyone else or anything. But just because he was doing things with his life, and I wasn't a part of it, I was intensely triggered, really emotional, because I was like, I want to be a part of that. I want to be a part of his world. And that made me really upset. So, for example, certain things like that, or certain thoughts we have in our mind, can trigger the jealousy wound for no fucking reason. And we create scenarios in our mind, but these are all to trigger that wounding. This is to show us what we need to heal. And this is what we have to start remembering and start to feel grateful for. Be grateful for your triggers. Every time I'm triggered, I question how I'm still fucking triggered, because my wounds have been fucking deep, man. Really, really deep. And every time I'm triggered, I end up going deeper and deeper. And I'm like, is this ever going to end? It's like a bottomless pit of fucking trauma. But every time I go through a massive purge, I'm like, there's so much pain in here. When I release this is making room for love to enter. So this is the thing. We're literally full of pain, full of trauma, full of all the toxicity from our past that we're afraid to face and feel. Then we put the big fucking walls around that, so nothing can get out and nothing can get in. So how are we supposed to receive divine love if we cannot fucking open our walls? The only way we're going to open our walls is if we're triggered to show us what we need to fucking heal. So this is why we have to start getting grateful for everything that makes us upset, everything that makes us angry. ask, like, you know, I'll give you an example. Last year I was healing my anger issues from the past. I had inherited anger, but I had massive inner child anger as well. And everything triggered me. You know, the cat triggered me, the dog triggered me, the fucking world triggered me. Every time I watched a Hallmark movie, I was so angry. You know, I was even watching like Virgin River. It's like a drama series. And I was so angry through. It's so funny actually. I was so angry through the whole lot of it because at the start of it, the love interests weren't listening to their hearts, and they were going against it, like twin flames, going against everything, and they weren't getting together. And I was like, for fuck's sake, heal your fucking shit, screaming at the telly. And then they eventually got together. And I'm like, I ended up like feeling this when they got together, and I was like, oh my God, this is such a reflection of my twin flame connection. I am angry with the people in the television because of my twin flame dynamic. Like, why aren't we healing? Why aren't we doing the stuff? Why aren't we doing the work? Why aren't we together? And it was like this time now, this year round, I'm able to watch these movies and not be too triggered. Sometimes I'm still triggered. But, you know, this is it. And the trigger is there for me to heal. Like, you know, why am I being triggered by a Hallmark movie? Because I have wounding. Because I need to heal my heart. Because I need to get my shit together. I know my twin flame has to get his shit together as well. But so do I. If they're running, so are you. And, like, there's a pause there for a reason. The separation is preparation. It's showing you what you need to heal. It really is loud and clear showing you, here, this is what you need to, and like, this is it. We're literally angry and wondering what's like, you know, what to do, how to do it, how do we get our twin flame to come back? You're literally being handed a guide. Your twin flame is triggering you and showing you a mirror and saying, here, this is the stuff that you need to heal. And we're literally, you know, throwing it back at them or angry towards them or blaming them, when in actual fact we should be saying, thank you, you're literally showing me what I need to heal, so I'm going to go and do that. This is the thing. Instead of being angry at your triggers or angry at your twin, start to ask yourself what this trigger is showing you. What am I trying to heal? What do I need to heal? And it always boils down to our insecurities, our unworthiness, and our past relationships. We keep comparing this spiritual fucking connection with a past toxic relationship. That's fucking stupid. Do you know, and don't get me wrong, we have to heal the wounds from those relationships. But we keep wondering, we're blaming our twin or thinking that they're going to be the same as our exes and all this kind of stuff. That's bullshit. They are not going to be. This is a divine, harmonious, divine soul connection. You cannot fix it by worrying about the past. You fix it by healing the past, healing those wounds, releasing those wounds, releasing that pain, becoming sovereign on your own, becoming whole within yourself, being confident within yourself, and understanding that anything that they do is based on their level of wounding. Your twin isn't running because they think you're an asshole. They love you. And you're sitting there going, they're running because I'm ugly, they're running because I'm not good enough, they're running because I'm an asshole, they're running because I did this, or they're running because... No, they're running because they have their own fucking triggers as well. This is it. The ghosting doesn't happen because they're not triggered. Ghosting happens because they are. And then ghosting happens to trigger us. So it's the mirrored energy. You're being triggered, they're being triggered. And we have to understand that. This is preparation. So learn to be accepting of your triggers and learn to be grateful of your triggers. Stop blaming your twin flame for your wounds. These are your wounds and it is your responsibility to heal them, not your twin flame. Your twin flame cannot fix your pain. You fix your pain and then they create that safe space for you. That's it. They are your safe space, but you cannot appreciate their safety if you don't find that safety within. And that's what your triggers are for, to show you exactly where you need to heal and what you need to release. And it is worth it. Like, you know, as I said, there's nothing to do with the external. This is about opening your heart, letting those walls down and releasing that pain that is keeping you stuck. So thank you so much for listening today, and I really hope this resonates. If it does, please like and share, and please subscribe to my channel so I can reach as many people as possible. And if you'd like help on your journey, please book me for a free discovery call today. And I would love nothing more than to help you on your path. Also, I'm hosting a free feminine empowerment workshop on the 10th of December at 6 p.m. Ireland UK time. It's for us ladies to get together to support each other and connect and heal. You know, just a nice little community for us to to just feel supported and connected. So if you want information for that, comment below. And also I have another channel called Aligning with Angie, where I share a guided meditation every week. The info for that is in the description box.